Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are. Welcome. And welcome to the mid-year planning sections with me. And this sessions is actually especially for coaches and also course creator. And my name is Vanessa. I'm so thrilled that you're here today with me. As many of you know, I specialize in helping coaches and course creator like you to streamline your business operation and craft your effective marketing strategies and achieve your goals without being overwhelmed. That is the most important. So today's sessions, it's about taking a step back to actually have a pause and look at your mid-year performance. And this is the best time to reflect, to refocus, and also to recharge. So we often get caught in a day-to-day business. You're running so busy every day on your business that you forget to actually take a step back and also to look at the bigger picture, where you're at, where you're heading. And so this workshop is designed to give you that opportunity. All right. So by the end of the workshop, you will have a clear roadmap of the next 6 months and also equipped with the strategies and also confidence to achieve your goals. So please make sure you make plans and also take actions. The most important thing is to take action. I see a lot of coaches or small business owner, they are fail in the first 2, 3 years. It's because like they are so bombarded with the day-to-day thing, they don't have a bigger picture. And once they overwhelm, they stop taking action and they procrastinate. So it's very important you make plans and then you take action. So an idea without action is just a dream. Okay. So if you want to turn into reality, take action. So these sessions will only go for, my aim is 30 to 45 minutes because I've been set in a lot of planning sessions before. Since I've been in doing business for about 5 years, I've set in a lot of different planning sessions. So they run for hours and hours. And also after that, I need to spend hours and hours in finishing the long workbook. So this is not what I hoped for, and this is not the objective. I want you to quickly go through this workshop and then do your planning. Okay, very quick, because I do not want you to spend time on just on planning. So again, implementation is very important. Once you finish this workshop, I want you to actually go to implement. Okay, so without further ado, let me share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. Okay, also, you should have all the resources. So if you are in my all-in-one platform, Simple Business Funnel platform, you should get all the resources inside the Facebook group. I already uploaded, and then you can also get the resources in the membership portal. And for those of you who just joined this workshop, you'll receive an email and all the links are actually in the email. So if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me to hello@simplebusinessfunnel.com. Okay, send me an email. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay, I don't know whether it is too small. Maybe I should do like a full screen. I think the most important thing is you actually look at the content rather than me. So let's do that. Okay, so mid-year momentum planning power hour. Okay, so now this is like a welcome you, hope you take action, and we want to start with your broad vision. That is so important. Okay, why? Because I want you to identify your why. You might not feel that you need to review it now, but this will motivate you during the challenging times. Okay, when you feel like you struggle, you're overwhelmed, please come back to this. You only need to come back to this page, identify your why. That is so important. That's what motivates you. Okay, so although I've got the 6 categories here, but definitely you can also change if it doesn't suit you. But I will highly recommend that you only focus on 3 of them. Like for me, I will focus on family, finances, and health. So because like even if you put in 10, but when you struggle, when you come back, you're just getting overwhelmed. So I think it is best, from my experience, to focus only on 3 things maximum. Okay, so you can put like for family, you might want to, like, let's say, retire your husband or retire your wife and be able to retire your parents, for example. This is the goal. Okay, identify your why. Finances, you might want to go overseas twice a year and then interstate travel 3 times a year, something like that. Or you want to pay off your mortgage, right? In your health, if you want to lose weight or if you want to have a better diet, this is your why. Why? The most important thing is to identify why you are doing what you're doing. Okay, that's very important. Always come back to why if you're feeling struggle and overwhelmed. And this should be pretty straightforward. So I would say take about 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, 5 to 8 minutes to finish this part. That is very important. You identify your why. And then next, we want to go to the reflection on the past 6 months. So we'll start by reflecting on the past 6 months, and because this will help us understand what's been working well and what you have been struggling and what you can learn from these experiences. Okay, so the reason why I do not want to focus too much on the planning, because you're running your own business for already, well, I don't know how many years, or I'm just talking about this year, already 6 months past. You already know in your mind whether you're hitting the target, you missed the target, you way underperform. So you already have the idea. So I do not want you to, uh, dive in like whether how's you doing, how's you tracking all the numbers. No, I want to avoid that because it will just taking so much time. You need to reflect the past, but not to that extent, if that makes sense. It will waste so much time. So my suggestions is to look at your reflection past 4 months only on what you're doing well, what you're struggling. So, and then it will help you to actually build your next 6 months. Okay. So let's go back. Okay, so the biggest achievement. Okay, so I want you to write down your biggest achievement or your wins, whether it's a big wins or small wins, doesn't matter. Put in your wins. You think that is achievement for you, because everyone will be different. Okay, a win for someone can be land a first paying client. Okay, as simple as that. But for other coaches that have in the business for longer, their achievement might be achieving 10K a month. So it's really different people to people. Okay. So just work on your own. There's no comparison. You just only compare to yourself. And this reflection will provide a solid foundation for setting meaningful goals for the second half of the year. Write down the biggest achievement and then also write down your biggest challenge. So biggest challenge you faced in the past 6 months. And if you have a lesson, if you learn something, write it down as well. So if you learn something, meaning that you're going to improve it in the second half of the year. How you overcome them. All right. So make sure you put your achievement, meaning that if you have achievement, you might want to continue to doing what you're doing. If you struggle, you've got big challenges, then you might want to tweak your strategy. You might want to change direction, right? So also, I want you to look at the comments that your customer giving you. Why it is important? Because sometimes you not realize that what you're doing, whether it is good, bad, sometimes when the customer gives you feedback, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad feedback. It's actually give you room for improve. So if you get any comment, feedback, put it here. It will also, again, give you a better idea of how you're doing. Sometimes when you're doing something, you might not think that you're helping other people, you're not sure, but when the customer actually telling you you're helping them in this specific thing, then you know you're doing something right. Okay, so the biggest achievement and the struggle and the challenges are more like from your own reflection. But if you got clients' insights, meaning that they're telling you, okay, it's not what you think, it's what other people think. That's also important because at the end of the day, you're running a business, you're serving your clients. You can think like A, but if your client's thinking B, that's mismatch. There's no point of doing it. I hope that makes sense. So you want to meet where your customers at, right? So again, not a lot of people talk about this client insights, but I want you to be aware of this. Okay, so I would say next one will be I put it happy and annoyed, and because I want you write down the things that you most enjoy and also the things that you feel annoyed. You might think that it's very funny because like who will actually do that, right? So I think it's better to actually split the screen like this. Okay, it is not showing. Okay, all right, no problem. Let's go back. So yeah, why I'm doing that, I'm happy and annoyed because I want you to know it's very important. At the end of the day, running a business, you want to run it happily, right? You do not run your business by feeling so like dragging yourself every day to do a call or dragging yourself out of bed because you need to do a live, that sort of thing. So make sure you know what you most enjoyed and also what you don't like. That is very important because it will be one of the things that motivate you. Okay, so motivation is very important. If you focus on what you enjoy the most, then you know what you want to ditch in the next 6 months, if that makes sense. So, for example, I probably would think of the annoyed things first. So, what I don't like to do, in the next 6 months, because I have went through these planning sessions myself. So I actually had like got the aha moment because I am the same as you. I dive into the day to day activity without looking at the big picture. So I feel overwhelmed. Okay, especially half year, I feel so overwhelmed. So what I have decided after I went through this planning sessions with myself, so I don't like to do one-on-one. So I might move away from the one-on-one. Okay, not meaning that I am not doing one-on-one at all, but it will be a different format because with coaches, I don't know whether you have the same experience as me. I can only help coaches that want to help themselves. Think about that if that makes sense to you. I can tell you the strategy, I can tell you the step, what to do. But if you're not follow through, if you're not taking any action, there will be no results. And I feel so frustrated and annoyed about that because I know I can help you, but if you're not doing the work, I can't help you. And it's like dragging and dragging, keep chasing up, what's the point? And I find that I can actually spend the time more in helping my other clients who wants to learn. So I will actually, I'm not saying that I don't do one-on-one, I'm just doing it different ways. So if you are in my world, you probably know that now I offer WhatsApp coaching. So that is one-on-one, but through like a messenger app. So you can send me messages, you can send me a voice message, and then we can do it like coaching. So it will be something quick question. Oh, I've got this as a lead magnet. What do you think? This is what I do. Do you think it will be good? Then I'll tell you, yep, I think it's good. It's the right direction to go, but just make sure that you've got this A, B, C, D. That's really quick. And then after that, if a coach just want to move ahead with me to do more like a one-on-one, more like on Zoom call, more handhold, I can move it to one-on-one with them. I know if I am not doing one-on-one, I'm actually getting paid less because one-on-one you can charge more. But if you are not doing something that you like to do, then I will rather not do it. So the WhatsApp coaching is more like an validation for me. I just want to see whether it's a good match between me and that coach, whether we happily work together, and then we can think about moving to the next step. Okay, so yeah, this is the direction I'm heading in the next 6 months, or even like in 2025. I don't know, but definitely for the next 6 months, I want to spend more time in creation because I think I love creating things. I love doing Canva design. I love like doing my all-in-one funnels. I don't know whether you know that now I've got an all-in-one platform and coaches, especially for coaches, because it's a very, very simple platform. A lot of platform out there, they are good. It's just like it's overkill. It's too complicated. At the end of the day, as a coach, you've got a service, you've got a program you want to push out. You just want something quick. Okay, you can put in the content and then a bit of visuals and then just publish, right? So that is my whole purpose of building that simple business funnel. So you can build website, you can build landing pages, and also you can send email. So you don't need like a middle person like Zapier or Mick to do everything's working. So I want to do it as simple as possible, right? If you're interested, let me know. So that is where I want to focus. I want to create more templates for my clients to use. Okay, so it's very important you know what you enjoy the most and what you don't like to do. Okay, so again, I only want you to focus on 3 things. It's no point of putting 10 things or 20 things there. Only focus on 3. I always like the number 3. 3 is a very good numbers. And also think about what you enjoy the most. When I say the most, 3 the most, like, okay, so annoy the most, 3 things. Okay, I don't think you can do too much in your business anyway, right? Okay, so this part, like I will say, put in the biggest achievement, challenges, clients' insights, happy, annoyed. I would say probably spend about, okay, let's break it down. I would say biggest achievement, 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, it should have enough time. Don't go over. And then reflection for the past 6 months, again, 10 to 20, 50 to 20 minutes, because with the challenges, sometimes you have to think, you have to pick and choose. So I'll say 50 to 20, and then client insights are 5 to 10 minutes, because you should have a system to actually save your testimonial. Well, I hope you do. If you haven't, and make sure you've got a folder to save that. So it should be really quick and easy. So 5 to 10 minutes. And happy and annoyed, I would say 20 minutes. Because especially when I write down the annoyed part, I've got so many. So now I only want you to do 3. So I would say 20 minutes on this. So I'm actually giving you like a ballpark. So don't go over. Okay. So next, we want to move on to setting goals for the next 6 months. It's so exciting. So make sure you set actionable goals for the next 6 months, and the goals will be tailored to your business. Okay, and also have to be aligned with your value, aligned with what you want to do, and make sure you follow the SMART goals. What does that mean? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound, meaning that by when. Okay, so we're talking about 6 months, so it'll be the next 6 months. And I want you to look at your direction. So when I say direction here, you should know now because you have done what you enjoy the most, what you annoy the most, and then you know what your clients telling you, what is working, what's not. So it's easy for you, or I would say easier for you to do this. So you want to put in what you want to keep, what you want to remove, or should you actually heading to the new direction? When I say new direction, it doesn't mean that you have to change your business. No, you're doing your business, but maybe with different strategies. For example, it depends on your goal. Okay, again, actionable goal. So if you say you want to build your email list because it is so crucial, trust me, build your email list. If you got zero now, you want by the end of the year, I want to get at least 300 people on your email list. That 300 people. Okay, so now you have to think about this step. Okay, you know that you have to create a lead magnet, but how you're going to drive the traffic. Okay, I want to start using Facebook ad, for example. $10 a day, $5 a day. You want to start doing that because you're overwhelmed, you're sick of waiting there, creating different lead magnet, but without anybody wants them. Okay, that's what you think. It's not people don't want them. Of course, it depends on the quality of your lead magnet. You have to be strategic, right? Let's say if you got a really good lead magnet, freebie or low ticket, it's really good, but you just don't have enough eyes on your products or your lead magnet. I hope that makes sense. Even though you have, let's say, 1,200, 1,000, 2,000 people following you, it's not enough. Not enough traffic. Okay, so but if you run ads, the good thing about running ads, a lot of people get misunderstanding about running ads. It is an expense, but it's also a very quick way to test the market. You know that whether people want your thing if you target the right people. So it will give you the data quicker. So you don't have to try, let's say, create 10 different lead magnets and try which one works. Or at the end of the day, you think that no one's won your 10 lead magnet, they're not good. No, it's just because you don't have enough traffic. You don't have enough eyes on your content. Okay, so starting new, it doesn't mean that you have to start everything new. It's just like maybe different direction, different tweak here, there. So make sure you spend, I would say 10 minutes on that. I don't think you need to spend too much time because you're running your business day to day. You know deep down what's working, what's not, what you're struggling, what you don't like to do. So the things that you don't like to do, try to remove them. Okay, or think of a new way of doing it. I know a lot of people don't like to post content on social media. Definitely, I'm not asking you to post every day. I think 3 to 4 times a week, that will be enough, I think, personally. But of course, you can do more. If you can do every day, great. But a lot of people don't have that time. And batching is a one way of doing it easier. The other way is if you don't do social media, you can't think of anything. Maybe get AI help. Because one of the things I like to do, and also heading to the next 6 months, I will heavily focus on AI because it will help you so much more. Look at AI as your assistant. Okay, don't look at AI as like something that not generate. No, because it is a good base for you. It comes up with the idea for you, then you can tweak it. It's much more easier. If you haven't tried that before, try that. And also, if you keep following me, you will see different AI tools or the implementation I'm doing with AI. So stay tuned. And yes, so if posting content is one of the things that you don't want to do, but you know you need to do it, then think of a different way of doing it. Instead of like coming up the content all by yourself, maybe ask for help, chat GPT. Like, okay, let's say today is a Saturday. I want to do a motivational post to my audience. My audience are coaches and course creator. What should I say? It will come up to you. That's how I get my post this morning. I just posted this morning. Okay. I mean, this quick. It's no harm. I'm not teaching anyone anything. This is just a motivational post. If I can't think of anything Saturday morning, I get too tired, I'm not a morning person, then why don't you ask for help? Okay, you just ask your chat GPT. It doesn't have to be a paid chat GPT. It can be do it for free. All right. So 10 minutes on here. And then for set achievable goals. Very important, achievable. No point of setting 10 goals if you're not going to achieve them. Okay. Spend 10, 15 minutes on these sections. Set achievable goals. Make sure it's aligned with what you want to do and what your client said about what you're good at. Okay. And also make sure it fit in your direction or something that you want to keep. Set achievable goal. You want to set a goal that a bit challenging, but also it's not completely out of whack. Okay, if you are starting from zero today, you can set your achievable goals. By the end of the year, I want to do, let's say, 5K a month. If you're starting from zero, getting 0 to 5K, it's actually harder from getting 5K to 10K, if that makes sense. You scale, it's actually easier. But when you start from zero, it is harder. Okay, so you want to set challenging goal, 5K. It'd be challenging for some people. And then, but if you're talking about 20K a month, that's out of whack from zero. Okay, because you have to have the foundation right, you still need some time to build up your foundation and get from 0 to 5K and then 10K. So step by step, I want you to set achievable goal, because at the end of the year, I don't want you to say, I can't do that, it's too hard, it should be achievable. So by the end of the year, you should say, okay, out of 3, I achieved 2 at least. So that's, you at least achieve something. That's very important. And then action plan. These sections, I want you to spend 20 minutes on that, because taking action meaning that strategy. There's a strategy behind each of the actions. So achievable goal number 1, I want you to do an action plan on number 1. If you got goals 2, I want you to do action plan for goal 2, same as 3, and then you do action plans. Your action plans meaning that, for example, like as I mentioned before, if your achievable goal is to post 4 times on social media, then your action plan is how you're going to do it. Are you going to set up a calendar and then put which 4 days you want to do in a week? Look at your personal calendar. If you got, school, pick up, drop off, obviously you don't want to do early morning, but if you know that on some day you just got something that you need to do, or that's a classes you need to attend, then you might not want to do the post on that day. Again, depends on whether you're using scheduling tools. If you're using scheduling tools, then you might not have that problem. So pick 4 days you want to do, right? I want you to go a bit details in here to do the action plan. So what day you want to post, how you're going to find the content, what is it, what is your post about? For example, Monday, I want to do motivational post. Wednesday, I want to post something to do with my teaching, the education piece. And then on a Friday, I want it to be more relaxed. I want to share my clients' wins or how you help your clients, for example. So you've got the theme, okay, to do. And then how are you going to come up with the content? Are you going to do on the fly? like doing it that day, because for myself, with the social post, I usually do it on the fly, do it at that time, at that moment. Okay. So, but again, a lot of people feeling so overwhelmed, you can't come up with the content. So just think of the way that you come up with the content. So I will get help from ChatGPT to give me an idea. Now I've got actually exploring two different tools, AI tools, which is very, very similar to ChatGPT. And I think it's actually better because it's more humanized. Okay. So I'm going to share it later. So yes, I'm going to use the help of ChatGPT so I don't get that overwhelmed. So I want you to go into that details, which day you're going to post, what you're going to post, and how you're going to post it. What tools do you need? Okay, I want you to put that down. So 20 minutes on here. And then a lot of people actually miss that. I want you to look at your expenses. Investment, as I love the word investment instead of cost. Okay, so your expenses, think about your one-off or subscription. What are they and how much? Okay, I want you to see whether that's something that you can cancel, whether something's overlap. I've got so many tools sitting on my computer. Okay, some of them I bought them long time ago. When I go back in, if it doesn't even exist, so I don't know what I'm paying the money for. Usually those are one-off. Usually those are one-off apps or platform. Now, after I don't know a year, when I go back in, because I don't use them. A lot of them I don't use them every day. So when I think of something that I want to use, I go back in. It's no longer exists. How frustrated! So remove those that you're not using. Always you can, if you need that later, you can always resubscribe, right? So like even with ChatGPT, you can cancel it, you can go back to the free account. I believe that your history is still there. Okay. But just make sure that don't take my word for it. But I think if you move to the free level, you can still keep your history. Okay. So make sure nothing is overlap. I want you the business to be lean as possible. Okay. And then I want you to see what you need to invest in your business. What tools do you think you need? Do you need a funnel platform, or do you need an email platform, or do you need some AI tools? How to generate content, or how to generate video, or if you need some to actually generate your course content, for example, with that help, list everything here. Again, if you list it out, you make sure that nothing is overlap. Because when you look at some of the tools, it can do the same thing, but some tools can do a bit more. Okay, so you have to value that and then put it here. I want you to look at all the expenses. They are necessary expenses. You can't live without, like you can't run your business without these expenses. I want you to put down, same as the investment. I want you to make sure that you need them to run your business. Okay. So in that way, you won't have anything that it's like overspend or underspend. Okay. And the technology integration. So I want to have like a special section on here, but if you don't think it necessary, you can just put in here as an investment or the expenses, because I'm sure that will be have that technology integration. I just thinking about maybe you want to bring in new elements into your business. I do that because it's happened to my business. So I am exploring different AI tools. So I put that here. I don't know whether I need them now as a pay, because a lot of the platform they actually offer free service. So I want to try that long enough before I say, yep, I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna pay for it. So I'll put down all the technology integration. Mainly for me will be AI. So I put all the AI down, and if I need to subscribe, then I can move into investment. Okay, that it will be very clear. That is something that it's parked here that I want to explore more. I might purchase it later. I actually got like 12 or 13, I think, on this page. That's crazy. So I'm sure that I don't need them all. So make sure you spend a bit of time. I will say the expense and investment, 30 minutes. Yeah, because I've got a lot of tools, so I actually spend about 30 minutes on here. I need to dig out from my computer what I've got and what I didn't even touch it, I'll put it here. For those one-off, that's good if you can still get access to it, meaning that it's free, you don't have to pay anymore, but you can use it. I put it here because the expenses, I find that I actually got a lot of tools that I haven't used. That's crazy. So yeah, it's actually good to give you an overview. So I have actually calculated from the workbook of the time that I told you estimate. The whole workbook, if you finish it, 125 minutes, meaning that about 2 hours. So I think it makes sense once you watch this workshop, about 45 minutes, and then put another 2 hours to fill this out. Congratulations. Okay, so you will have an idea of your next 6 months. That's very important. So I believe that this is the planning that you need. You might notice that I really focus on the business side of things, yes, because with your personal thing, because I think I said in a lot of different planning sections, because we also bring in the personal life into that planning. It is good, but I mean, in terms of personal life, it keeps changing every day. I don't know about you, but like if my son's schedule change, my personal life schedule change. So I can't really put in, I can only do, that's why I put in your why. So I want you to think of your why. It will involve your personal life, your family. So I want to put it here. But if you follow me long enough, you know that I'm a no fluff marketer. I'm to the point. So if I'm doing a business planning, I just want to focus on the business because there's something outside of business is out of your control. You just have to deal with it, adapt. Okay. So that's why in terms of the family related, I only put in here. And other than that, everything will be business focused. So I don't want to spend too much time like having you sitting on the workshop. So I want to keep it 30 for 45 minutes as I promised before. So that's all done. If you got any question again, if you are in my all-in-one solution, the simple business platform, you can ask your question inside the Facebook group. If you are just joining for this workshop, always reach out to me. hello@simplebusinessfunnel.com. hello@simplebusinessfunnel.com. So reach out to me and I'll answer your questions. And if you have any questions about not accessing to the resources, again, reach out to me. So it should be either on in your email, inside the group, or the membership portal. So I hope you enjoyed this quick, actionable session. So I speak to you next time. If you've got any question, let me know. All right. Bye.